This call is now being recorded.
Okay. So, good afternoon all. So, in the last lecture, we have started with the numericals based on the type number 2. What is the title of that particular type number 2? That is design of the shaft. So, the design of the shaft means we are designing that particular shaft by calculating its diameter. Maybe the shaft is solid, maybe the shaft is hollow. So, for the solid shaft, we are calculating the diameter as a capital D. And if the hollow shaft is given at that time, sometimes the external diameter will be given, and by using that external diameter we can calculate the internal diameter. Therefore, for the hollow shaft, the external diameter will be indicated by the capital DO, and the internal diameter is indicated by the DI. But in order to calculate the diameters of the both shafts, so some conditions are to be given. So in the last lecture we have discussed about that particular condition. So we are having one basic torsion formula, that is T upon J is equal to tau upon R is equal to G theta by L. So this is the torsion formula available with you. But sometimes if I have to calculate the diameter, so if I have to calculate the diameters, so T upon J is equal to tau upon R. This is the formula number 1, and the second formula is the T upon J, that is T upon J is equal to G theta by L. So these are the two formulas. So this is the formula number 1, and this is the formula number 2. So the first formula is called as a diameter calculation based on the shear stress, because here in this particular formula the shear stress is present, and the second formula is based on the T upon J is equal to G theta by L. So this theta represents the angle of twist. So sometimes we have to calculate the diameter by using this particular formula number 1. Sometimes we have to calculate the diameter by using the formula number 2. So how to identify this particular problem? If the shear stress is mentioned in the statement, that is tau is equal to 150 Newton per mm square, 75 Newton per mm square, then we are using the formula number 1. In addition to that, if the theta is equal to 2 degree, modulus of rigidity is equal to 200 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. If the length of shaft is mentioned in the statement, at that time we have to calculate the diameter by using the second formula also. And from that we have to select the maximum diameter. For example, by using the formula number 1, if you will get the diameter 100 mm, and by using the formula number 2 you will get the diameter as a 120. So while designing of the shaft, always we have to consider the maximum diameter. So I will compare the value obtained from the equation number 1, value obtained from the equation number 2, and out of that which value is maximum, that value I have to consider for the designing of the shaft. So in that, whatever the torque is present in the torsion formula, this torque is also called as a Tmax. Please keep in mind. Also we have discussed the torque given in the torsion formula is called as a maximum torque, and whatever the another formula is available, 2 pi n t upon 60, in that whatever the torque is mentioned in the power formula, this is called as a mean torque. Please keep in mind. So whatever the torque is mentioned in the power formula, that torque is called as a mean torque. If the condition is not mentioned in the statement, that is the relation between the maximum torque and the mean torque, if it is not mentioned, at that time we are considering that is capital T is equal to Tmax is equal to Tmin. Capital T is equal to Tmax is equal to Tmin. So if the condition is not mentioned, then we are using the T is equal to Tmax is equal to Tmin. Sometimes in the last lecture we have discussed about that one problem, that is torque transmission capacity for each revolution is exceeded by 30%. So like that statement is given. So that means what it is given, that is Tmax is equal to already 100% torque transmission is taking place. In addition to that 100%, extra 30% torque transmission will be there. Therefore 100 plus 30 means 130 divided by 100 into Tmin. Means you will get the multiplying factor as a Tmax is equal to 1.3 into Tmin. So this is also one statement which is mentioned in the problem. Sometimes in some of the numericals directly the statement is given. Consider the Tmax is equal to 1.2 times Tmin. Consider Tmax is equal to 1.2 times into Tmin. So we have to take this particular equation as it is for the further calculation. But sometimes if it is mentioned in the percentage, 20%, 30%, 25%, at that time, to that 20% you have to add 100. That means it will becomes 125, and 125 divided by 100, it becomes 1.25. That means you will get this particular multiplying factor as a 1.25. Sometimes directly multiplying factor will be mentioned in the statement. Tmax is equal to 1.2 times Tmin. So to solve the problems based on this particular type number 2, first of all we have to identify that whether the relation between maximum torque and min torque is given or not. If the relation is there, then we have to use the Tmax is equal to dash dash times Tmin, whatever the factor will be given. If the relation between Tmax and the Tmin, it will not be mentioned, then we can consider that your capital T is equal to Tmax is equal to Tmin, and that Tmax we have to use in the torsion formula for your further calculation, that is T upon J is equal to tau upon R and T upon J is equal to G theta by L. But whatever the torque is present in the power formula, that torque is called as a mean torque. And if I will keep the power in watt, then I will get the torque in Newton meter from the power formula. If I will keep that particular power in watt, then I will get this particular torque in Newton meter. So what I will do, again I will multiply by 10 raised to 3 and I will convert that particular torque in Newton mm, and that Newton mm value I have to use in the torsion formula for the diameter calculation. So this is the procedure. Based on this particular procedure, we have solved the two problems in the last lecture. But whatever the last two problems we have solved, in that only given parameter given as a shear stress. Therefore, we have used only one formula for the diameter calculation. What is that? T upon J is equal to tau upon R. But if in the same statement, in the same problem, if the value of G, modulus of rigidity, if value of theta, that is angle of twist, and the length of shaft is given, then how to calculate the diameters by using the second formula, that we are going to discuss in the today's lecture. So this is the problem in front of you. So just read the statement carefully and try to understand and solve it. Okay, a hollow shaft, the name itself suggests at the starting of the statement which type of shaft is given, that is a hollow shaft which transmit the 337.5 kilowatt power. A hollow shaft which transmit the power of, how much amount of power transmission is taking place, that is 300 and 375 kilowatt power at 100 rpm. So that is speed is also given, full stop. If the shear stress not to exceed 65 Newton per mm square and internal diameter is, see here, and the internal diameter is 0.6 times external diameter, condition is given. The internal diameter is 0.6 times external diameter, full stop. Find external and internal diameter. Find external and internal diameter. Assume, here you can see, assume Tmax is equal to, assume Tmax is equal to, or Tmax is 1.3 times mean torque. Tmax is equal to 1.3 times mean torque. So here, if we'll focus on the given data, so given, what is the given power? How much power is given? 337.5 kilowatt is equal to 337.5 into 10 raised to 3 watt. Okay, then second, speed n is equal to 100 rpm, and as per the conditions given, tau is also given, how much? 65 Newton per mm square. Okay, then internal diameter, as the shaft is hollow, so its internal diameter is indicated by di. Internal diameter di is equal to 0.6 times external diameter, that is di is equal to 0.6 into do. This condition will be given in the statement, and then we have to calculate the do. External diameter also we have to calculate, internal diameter also we have to calculate, and for calculation assume that maximum torque Tmax is 1.3 3 times T mean. T max is 1.3 times T mean. But here, instead of given that 30%, 20%, 25%, direct this multiplying factor is given. How much? 1.3. So sometimes the value will be given in the percentage. So we have to add that value in the 100. That means, for example, if the 25% is given, so 25 plus 100, you will get the 125. And 125 divided by 100, you will get the multiplying factor as a 1.25. But here in this particular statement, directly T max is equal to 1.3 times T mean. And one more relation is given. The internal diameter is 0.6 times external diameter. That means DI is equal to 0.6 into DO. Now, if I will go through this particular further calculation, as the torque is required, so first of all, we have to use the power formula. P is equal to 2 pi n T mean divided by 60. P is equal to 2 pi n T upon 60. But as the relation is given in the maximum torque and the mean torque, therefore in the power formula, I have represented the torque in the form of T mean. So power is given. How much? 337.5 into 10 raised to 3, which is equal to 2 into pi into n 100 into T mean. How much? We have to calculate. Divided by 60. T mean divided by 60. So as I have to calculate the torque, that is T mean. So I will write the equation. T mean is equal to 337.5 into 10 raised to 3 into 60 divided by 2 into pi into 100. So you will get the value of T mean. So what is the value of T mean? Please check. T mean is equal to
32.22 into 10 raised to 3.
Just I will check. 32.22 into 10 raised to 3. 32.22 into 10 raised to 3. This value will be in Newton meter only. Please keep in mind. Okay, 32.22. This is correct. And we have to convert this particular value in Newton mm. Therefore, T mean is equal to 32.22 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. So this is the value of T mean. Mean torque is given. So by using the power formula, we have calculated the mean torque. By using the formula, P is equal to 2 pi n T upon 60. But it is not possible to take this particular T mean as it is for the further calculation, because T max is equal to not T mean. So what I will do, we are having the relation. Which relation we are having? That is T max is equal to 1.3 into T mean. So this 1.3, as it is T mean, just now we have calculated 32.22 into 10 raised to 6. So you will get the value of T max.
41.89.
Yes, how much? 41.88. Yes, 41.89 or 88 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. So this is the maximum torque which we have to use in the torsion formula for the diameter calculations. Please keep in mind. T mean we have to convert in Newton mm. If you will take this particular value 32.22 into 10 raised to 3, if I will take this particular value as it is for the T max calculation, your final answer will be wrong. So please, your responsibility to convert that particular value from Newton meter to Newton mm and then multiply by 1.3. So you will get the T max. Now the T max is available with you. And from the statement, it has been observed that in that particular statement, only shear stress is given 65 Newton per mm square. Therefore, for the further diameter calculation, we have to use our formula number 1. Which formula we are having? That is T upon J is equal to. So we are having the formula T upon J is equal to tau upon R. But here, whatever the T is given, it will be considered as a T max. In the torsion formula, we have to consider it as a T max, and as here the hollow shaft is given, the shear stress always maximum at the outer radius. Therefore, here I have written as a RO. Any times, even the shaft is hollow, even the shaft is solid, we have to consider its maximum diameter, means we have to consider its maximum radius. So put the value 41.89 into 10 raised to 6 divided by J means polar moment of inertia, pi by 32 into capital DO raised to 4 minus DI raised to 4 is equal to tau max. How much tau max is given? 65 divided by RO means, if I have to calculate the outer radius, that means RO means capital DO divided by 2. So this is the condition I have written. What I have done, I have kept the value of T max. I have to put the value of J, polar moment of inertia. We know the formula, pi by 32 capital DO raised to 4 minus small d raised to 4 is equal to 65 as it is. If I have to calculate the radius of outer circle, at that time radius means diameter divided by 2. But we are having the condition, but DI is equal to 0.6 times DO. Please keep in mind this condition we are having. DI is equal to 0.6 times DO. So what I will do, I will put that particular condition in the above equation. So 41.89 into 10 raised to 6 divided by pi by 32 into DO I can keep as it is, DO raised to 4 minus DI ची व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला किती दिलेला आहे 0.6 परत ब्रॅकेट मध्ये टाकावं लागेल कारण 0.6 into DO आणि त्याचा रेस्ट टू 4. प्लीज कीप इन माइंड DI ची व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला काय दिलेलं आहे 0.6 into DO. Therefore in bracket 0.6 into DO आणि ब्रॅकेट रेस्ट टू 4 is equal to 65 divided by that 2 I will take at the numerator, DO divided by 2, and at the denominator only becomes only remaining term here as a DO. Now here again if I will go for the more simplification, so if I will go for the more simplification, you can see this 41.89 into 10 raised to 6 into 32. At the bottom side this 32 is present, so I will take as it is at the numerator divided by pi as it is into in bracket this DO raised to 4 minus 0.6 into DO raised to 4. So you have to take the raised to 4 of the 0.6 term. किती येते बघा 0.6 raised to 4. What will be the value?
0.12.
0.1296.
Yes, you have to take total value 0.1296 into DO raised to 4 as it is. Bracket complete is equal to 65 into 2 divided by DO. (65 into 2 as it is). Yes, 0.1296. 0.6 raised to 4 means 0.1296 DO raised to 4 at the right side. 65 into 2 as it is. DO is as it is. Now if I will go for the more simplification, if I will go for the more simplifications, what I will do, from the denominator we can see here from the denominator you will get another value, that is here 41.98 as it is. 41.89 into 10 raised to 6 divided by this pi is remain as it is. This pi is also remain as it is into, from the denominator you can see DO raised to 4, DO raised to 4. This is the constant term. DO raised to 4, DO raised to 4 at the denominator side. If I will take outside the bracket DO raised to 4, in bracket remaining 1 minus 0.1296 bracket complete, which is equal to 65 into 2, it becomes 130 divided by DO. divided by DO. Now, this 41.89 into 10 raised to 6.
32
Yes,
राहिलं
yeah,
sir वरती.
into 32 is remaining. Into 32, so into 32 divided by, what I will do, this pi I will keep as it is here only, into, in bracket, 1 minus 0.1296 bracket complete, into this 130 also I will take to the left side, so it becomes divide, is equal to do raised to 4 I will take at the right side. खालच्या बाजूला असताना डिवाइड इकडच्या बाजूला घेतलं तर ते वरच्या बाजूला जाणार न्यूमरेटरला, सो do raised to 4 divided by do. So here 1 do it will get cancelled, and if I will go the simplification of this total term, what will be your answer? Please check. I think if you compare 3.76 into 10 raised to 6 is equal to do cube. So do cube is equal to 3.76 into 10 raised to 6. Please check your answer. So whatever the unknown parameters are there, that unknown parameters I have taken at the right side. Do raised to 4 is present at the left side at the denominator side. So if I will take it to the right side, it becomes multiply, so it will move to the numerator. 130 is present at the right side at the numerator. If I will take to the left side, it becomes divide. And if I will go for the calculation of total term which is present at the left side, I will get the answer 3.76 into 10 raised to 6. Please check your answer. And you will get the answer in the form of d cube. You will get the answer in the form of d cube. And if I will take the raised to 1 by 3 of the given answer, so you will get the external diameter is equal to, please do the calculation, tell me the external diameter.
155.63 mm.
Yes,
155.63 mm.
yes, 155.63 mm. This is the outside diameter. This is the outside diameter we have calculated. 155.63 mm. Please do the calculation. How to calculate? Whatever the answer you will get, 3.76 into 10 raised to 6 for that particular answer. If I will make raised to 1 by 3, because cube root, if it is available in the calculator, you can directly calculate. If it is not available, you can make raised to 1 by 3 for the given answer. You can make the raised to 1 by 3 for the given answer. Now the DO is calculated, and for the diameter, internal diameter calculation, we are having the relation DI is equal to 0.6 into DO. So DI 0.6 into DO 155.63. So you will get the internal diameter as
93.37.
93.37 mm. Yes, this is the correct. 97.33 mm. Please check your answer.
93.
.37. Part of the previous two problems we have solved in the last lecture. One problem is based on for the solid shaft. So for the solid shaft, there is only one diameter, that is capital D. But one more problem also we have solved in the last lecture, which is related to the hollow shaft. In that, external diameter was given. External diameter was given, and only we have to calculate the internal diameter. External diameter was given, and we have to calculate the internal diameter. But here, external diameter is also not given, internal diameter is also not given, but to calculate both the diameters, the relation between internal diameter and the external diameter is given. How much? That is DI is equal to 0.6 times DO. So we'll keep that particular relation in our torsion formula, and you will get the only one unknown term, and you will get the initial as the external diameter, and by using that particular same relation we can calculate the internal diameter. So the procedure is same, only difference is that both the diameters are not given but their relations are given. And in addition to that, whatever the relation between the maximum torque and the mean torque is there, it is also mentioned in the statement at the last. You can see, assume Tmax is equal to, or Tmax is 1.3 times T mean. Tmax is equal to 1.3 times T mean. So this relation was given in the earlier, whatever the earlier problem we have solved. You can see here, in the earlier problem you can see here, find the suitable diameter of shaft if maximum torque transmitted at each revolution is exceeded by 30%. So like that percentage is also given, 30%, 20%, 25%. Means what we'll do, we'll add that particular 30% in 100. So you will get the 130, and 130 divided by 100, you will get the multiplying factor as a 1.3. It's based on the given parameters. If 25 is given, you will get the multiplying factor 1.25. If 20% is given, you will get the multiplying factor as a 1.20. But here in this particular problem, whatever just now we have solved, direct relation is mentioned. Tmax is 1.3 times T mean. So you can take this particular value as it is for your further calculation. Means here your T mean is not equal to Tmax. If the relation is not mentioned, then we can say that your capital T is equal to Tmax is equal to T mean. But here the relation is mentioned, therefore we have to calculate the mean torque separately by using the power formula, and by multiplying that multiplying factor to this T mean, you will get the Tmax. Because while calculating the diameter, always we have to consider the maximum torque only. And from after the calculation, you will get the answer. Capital D, or external diameter DO, is equal to 155.63 and internal diameter is 93.37. That is external and the internal diameter. Please do the calculations, tell me the answers, or try to represent your answer in the chat box. Just check whether you how much your external diameter is there and how much your internal diameter is there. Yes, internal diameter is 93.37, 93.39. That means the relation will be accepted, no problem. But it should be near about 93 only. And your external diameter should be near about 155 point something, maybe 63, 67. It depends upon the number of digits you are considering for the calculation. Okay, I hope everyone has solved. I think my screen is not visible to you, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just wait. Due to network, I think I lost my connection. Okay. Now this is the next problem for you. I will read the statement first and then we will solve. Okay. A hollow shaft of diameter ratio 3/8. A hollow shaft of diameter ratio 3/8 is transmit the 375 kilowatt power. A hollow shaft means type of shaft is mentioned, diameter ratio 3/8. So if the diameter ratio is given, always please keep in mind diameter ratio means always di upon do is equal to 3/8. Sometimes the relation between diameters will be given. Internal diameter is equal to 0.6 times external diameter. So like that relation, it is mentioned in the statement and we have solved the problem based on that. Previous problem we have discussed about that. But sometimes if the relation is given in the form of ratio, that is diameter ratio, please keep in mind diameter ratio 3/8 means di upon do is equal to 3/8, and that hollow shaft transmit the power of 375 kilowatt power at 700 rpm. 700 rpm means capital N is given. The maximum torque being exceed by 20%. You can see here the maximum torque being exceed by 20% greater than mean torque. The maximum torque being exceed by 20% greater than mean torque, and the shear stress not to exceed 60 Newton per mm square. Okay, and the twist in a length of 4 meter length of the shaft is given, and that twist not to exceed 2 degree. Twist in the length of shaft is given 4 meter, and that twisting should not be exceed by 2%, means theta is equal to 2%, full stop. Calculate external diameter and internal diameter. Calculate external diameter and internal diameter which will satisfy above the conditions. Take capital G is equal to 0.85 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. If you read this particular statement, the hollow shaft is given, diameter ratio means di upon do 3/8 given, power 375 kilowatt power is given, speed capital N is equal to this is not 700, it is only 100 rpm. Please keep in mind power at 100 rpm. Capital N is also given 100 rpm. Maximum torque being 20% greater than mean torque. That means Tmax is equal to, what will be your multiplying factor? Please tell me. काय येईल तुमचा multiplying factor आता? Tmax is equal to dash dash times Tmin. What will be your multiplying factor?
1.2 Tmin.
Yes, 1.2, because 20% extra means 100 plus 20 means you will get the 120% power transmission. And if I have to calculate the percentage, so 120 divided by 100, you will get the multiply factor as a 1.2. Full stop. The maximum shear stress not to exceed 60 Newton per mm square. That means shear stress is also mentioned in the statement. And in addition to that, the length of shaft is given 4 meter. Angle of twist due to that torque applied, the how much twisting is taking place, that theta is also mentioned as a 2 degree. And we have to calculate the external diameter and we have to calculate the internal diameter. And in addition to that, the modulus of rigidity capital G is equal to 0.85 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. That means G is given, means we have to solve this particular problem or we have to calculate the diameters by using formula number 1, T upon J is equal to tau upon R. Why tau? Because shear stress 60 Newton per mm square, it is also given. And in addition to that, we have to use the formula T upon J is equal to G theta by L. Because in the same statement, the value of G is given, value of theta is given, and value of length of the shaft is also given. That means we have to calculate the diameter based on the shear stress. We have to calculate the diameter based on the angle of twist. And after the comparison, you have to select the maximum diameter for your further calculation or for your further designing of the shaft. Now, first of all, just focus on the given. What is the given parameters? Di upon do, please keep here. Di upon do is equal to 3/8. Means di upon do. Sorry, di is equal to, what is the value of 3 by 8? Please tell me. What is the value of 3 by 8? What is the value of 3 by 8?
0.375.
0.375, correct? 0.375 into DO. In the previous problem, direct value is given. Internal diameter is equal to 0.6 times external diameter. But here the ratio is given. Di upon DO is equal to 3 by 8. And always consider this ratio as a Di upon DO only. Don't consider DO upon Di. The ratio should be Di upon DO. Therefore, Di is equal to 0.36 times DO. Then the power is given. Power capital P is equal to 375 kilowatt. That is 375 into 10 raised to 3 watt. Okay. Speed is given 100 RPM. Tau is given. How much tau is given? I think 60 Newton per mm square. Then T max 20% extra means 120 divided by 100 into T mean. Therefore, you will get the value T max is equal to 1.2 into T mean. In addition to that, the value of length of the shaft, how much? 4 meter is equal to 4000 mm. Theta is equal to 2 degree. It is given in the degree, but we have to convert that particular theta in radian. So 2 into pi by 180. To convert theta from the radian, you have to multiply by pi by 180. What will be the radian value? Please tell me. Theta always we have to consider in radian only for further calculation or during the diameter calculation. What will be the theta?
0.034.
0.034.
Yes, sir.
0.034. 0.034. Again, what value? Total value we have to consider 0.0349. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you have to consider all the value. Once you convert that particular theta from degree to radian, you have to take all the digits. So this theta will be available in radian. So you have to take this particular radian value only for further diameter calculation. Then G is also given. The value of G is equal to 0.85 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. And we have to calculate external diameter and we have to calculate internal diameters. Both diameters we have to calculate based on the shear stress and based on the angle of twist. Now use our first formula. P is equal to 2 pi n T mean, because relation is given in T max and T mean. Therefore, we have to consider T mean divided by 60. Tell me the value of T mean. I will not go for the detailed calculation now. Tell me the value of T mean directly. Put the value of P in watt. 375 into 10 raised to 3. Yes, T mean it is mentioned. T mean is equal to 375 into 10 raised to 3 watt. 2 pi n. N is given 100. Please keep in mind. It is not 700. N will be the 100 RPM. Please keep in mind. N is equal to 100 RPM. Don't consider it as a 700.
35.80 into 10 raised to
Yes,
3.
35.80. Please check your answers. You got the answer 5.11 into 10 raised to 3. Do the calculations properly. 35.80. Please check your answer. 35.80 into 10 raised to 3 Newton meter. Therefore, T mean is equal to 35.80 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. Yes, 35.80 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. And for the Tmax calculation, we are having the relation Tmax is equal to 1.2 into Tmean. So this 1.2 as it is mean torque 35.80 into 10 raised to 6. So you will get the answer, that is Tmax. How much answer is it? Check.
42.97 into 10 is to 6.
42.97, correct. 42.97 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. Yes, this is the Tmax value. Please check your answers. Others, please do the calculation. By using the power formula, calculate the Tmean value, convert the Tmean in Newton meter to Newton mm. By using the Tmax relation, calculate the Tmax value and check your answers. 42.97 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. Yes, please check your answers. Do the calculations. Those who have calculated the Tmax value, use our first relation by using the shear stress. Calculate the diameters by using the shear stresses. So the condition number 1. Diameter based on shear stresses. Diameter based on shear stress. So use the formula Tmax upon J is equal to tau upon, again hollow shaft is given, therefore consider it as a RO. Therefore Tmax just now we have calculated 42.97 into 10 raised to 6 divided by J, pi by 32 in bracket do raised to 4 minus di raised to 4. Tau is given. How much tau is given? That is 60 divided by RO means do divided by 2. So now put the values where the relations are given. So 42.97, this T as it is, 42.97 into 10 raised to 6 divided by pi by 32 do raised to 4. What is the relation between di and do? Already we have calculated by using that particular ratio 3 by 8. Di is equal to 0.375. We check in bracket 0.375 into do and bracket raised to 4 and then square bracket complete is equal to 60 into 2, that denominator 60 into 2 divided by do. 60 means 60 into 2 means do divided by 2. This 2 is present at the denominator side. If I will take to the numerator, it becomes multiply. And now again more simplification, 42.97 into 10 raised to 6 into 32 divided by pi as it is into do raised to 4. I can take outside the bracket once again. So 1 minus what is the raised to 4 of 0.375?
0.0197.
Yes, how much? 0.0.
0.0197.
Yes, 0.0197. Only bracket is remaining. DO raised to 4 already I have taken outside the bracket. 60 into 2, it becomes 120 divided by DO. So now I will write my total term 42.97 into 10 raised to 6 into 32 divided by pi as it is. This 1 minus 0.0197 as it is, that 120 I will take to the left side, so it becomes divide. DO raised to 4 I will take at the right side, it becomes multiply divided by DO. 1 DO from the numerator it will get cancelled, and you will get the answer DO cube is equal to, if I will go for the simplification, DO cube is equal to DO cube is equal to 3.72 into 10 raised to 6. So I got the external diameter. Whatever the answer you will get from the left side, please check your answers. 3.72 into 10 raised to 6 is equal to DO cube. And from that you will get the answer of DO by making the 1 by 3 to the given answer. By making the 1 by 3 to the given answer. So what will be your external diameter? Do the calculations carefully. Yes, 154.97. Please check. 154.97 mm. This is the external diameter which is calculated by using the shear stress. Then DI is equal to 0.375 into DO. Therefore, 0.375 into DO, 154.97. Therefore, you will get as an internal diameter. Yes, 58.11. Correct. 58.11. 58.11 mm. So this is the internal diameter, and this will be the external diameter. Others, please check your answer. External diameter is equal to 154 point something, and internal diameter is equal to 58.10, 58.11. All the answers are accepted. So these are the diameters we have calculated by using the shear stress. P upon J is equal to tau upon R. By using this formula we have calculated. Please do the calculation, others, and represent your answer in the chat box.
58.10 mm.
Yes. Yes, 58.11. Correct. Yes, 58.1, 58.11. This is the internal diameter, and external diameter 154.97 or 154.98. Both the answers are accepted. So these diameters we have calculated by using the shear stress formula, that is T upon J is equal to tau upon R. Now, second diameter we have to calculate, because in the statement the value of theta, value of G, and value of length of the shaft, it is also mentioned. Therefore, we have to calculate the diameter by using the second formulas also. So second formula, T max upon J is equal to G theta by L. So again the same procedure we have to follow. What is this? T max again 42.97 into 10 raised to 6 divided by pi by 32 into DO raised to 4 minus DI raised to 4. Mobile. which is equal to value of G 0.85 into 10 to 5. Value of theta. Value of you have to take in radian only. Please keep in mind the 2 degrees given, and to convert that particular degree into radian, multiply by pi by 180, and from that you will get the value of theta in radian. How much? You can take this particular value as it is 0.0349 divided by length 4 meter is given. I will convert in mm, that is 4000 mm. Again the procedure is same. 42.97 into 10 raised to 6 into 32 I will take at the numerator side, divided by this pi as it is in bracket do raised to 4. Again the relation is given in the form of di and do. How much? 0.375 into do raised to 4 bracket complete is equal to 0.85 into 10 raised to 5 into theta 0.0349 divided by 4000. Again 42.97 into 10 raised to 6 into 32 divided by this pi as it is in bracket do raised to 4 minus 0.375 त्याचा जर 4 आपण केला तर 0.0197 into do raised to 4 bracket complete, which is equal to, if I will do the calculation for the terms, or I will write as it is 0.85 into 10 raised to 5 into theta 0.0349 divided by 4000. Now here at the left side, do raised to 4, this is the constant. Do raised to 4, this is the constant term. So I will take outside the bracket 42.97 into 10 raised to 6 into 32 divided by this pi as it is do raised to 4. I can take outside the bracket, inside the bracket 1 minus 0.0197 bracket complete is equal to this term, right, as it is. Take the do raised to 4 at one side. Take the do raised to 4 at one side and you will get the simplified term. If I will take this particular term at one side, you can see here 42.97 into 10 raised to 6 into 32 divided by pi as it is 1 minus 0.197 as it is multiplied by this 0.85 into 10 raised to 5 into 0.0394. It is present at the right side at the numerator. If I will take to the left side, it moves to the denominator. Similarly, this 4000 is present at the right side at the denominator. If I will take to the left side, it will be moved to the numerator. So here 0.85 into 10 raised to 5 multiply by 0.0349 is equal to do raised to 4. I will take to the right side and here multiply by 4000. You will get the answer in the form of do raised to 4. You will get the answer in the form of do raised to 4, and by taking the square root 2 times, you will get the final answer. Now please tell me the answer. Do the calculations properly. By using the shear stress, you will get the answer in the form of do cube. Procedure is same, only formula is different. T upon J, it is same for both the conditions. T upon J at the left side, but only at the right side, instead of tau upon RO, you have considered as a G theta by L, because value of G, theta and length, it is mentioned in the statement. The ratio of Di upon Do, it will be same for both the condition based on the shear stress and based on the angle of twist. There is no any change in between that. During both the calculation, you have to consider Di is equal to 0.375 into Do. Yes. DI is equal to
156.64.
yes, DI is equal to 156.64. Please check your answer. DI is equal to 156.64 mm. And DI is equal to 0.375 into DO is equal to 0.375 into 156.64. You will get the internal diameter. DI is equal to how much?
0.278.
Internal diameter
58.74.
58.74.
58.74 mm. So these are the two diameters based on the angle of twist. These are the two diameters. DO is equal to 156.64 and internal diameter is equal to 58.74. This diameter we have calculated by using the angle of twist, and the previous two diameter we have calculated by using the shear stress. How much? 154.97 and DI is equal to 58.11. Now compare both the answers. Compare both the answers. And as per our statement, always the suitable diameter is always maximum values obtained from both condition. So now from which condition the diameters will be maximum? Please tell me, based on the angle of twist or based on the shear stress? From which condition you will get the maximum diameters?
Angle of twist.
Yes, angle of twist. From angle of twist, you will get the external diameter as a 156.64. And by using the shear stress, you will get the external diameter as a 154. Similarly, by using the angle of twist, you got the diameter, internal diameter as a 58.74. And by using the shear stress, you got the internal diameter 58.11. 58.11 means if I will compare all the values to each other during the design of the shaft, always we have to consider the maximum value. Please keep in mind the suitable, take this particular statement, the suitable value of diameter is always maximum value obtained. Therefore, once again, I will write DO is equal to 156.64 mm and DI is equal to 58.74 mm. So this is your final answer. Suitable value of diameter is always maximum values obtained. So we have to go for the comparison, and from that comparison you have to identify that from which condition your diameters are maximum, and this maximum diameters we have to consider for the designing of the shaft. If we will consider the maximum diameter, at that time the maximum torque is transmitted from that particular shaft, or maximum power is transmitted without any twisting movement. While designing of the shaft, always we have to consider the maximum diameter. Due to that particular maximum diameter, your area becomes maximum, means whatever the shear stresses are induced, that shear stresses are less. In addition to that, the maximum torque and the maximum power is transmitted due to that maximum diameter. Therefore, whenever you will get the two answers, by using the shear stress also you will get the diameter, by using the angle of twist also you will get the diameter. Out of that, we have to consider the maximum values only. So at the end you have to write down this particular sentence: the suitable value of diameter is always maximum value obtained. Therefore DO is equal to 156.64 and DI is equal to 58.74 mm. So these are the two answers. I hope everyone has calculated. Those who have not calculated for the second, please do the calculations. Calculation part is very simple. T max upon G is equal to G theta by L. T max upon G is equal to G theta by L. Put the value of G, put the value of theta, put the value of length. The final answer you will get in the form of DO raised to 4. So take the square root 2 times, or whatever the answer you got from the left side or left calculation, to that answer you have to make raised to 1 by 4. Whatever the answer you will get in the form of DO raised to 4, to that particular answer, make raised to 1 by 4. So you will get the answer in the form of DO. And the final equation we are having, di is equal to 0.375 into DO. Just do the calculations immediately and tell me the answer in the chat box. Only few students are doing the calculation. Yes, 156.64 mm. This is the external diameter. And by using the same relation, di is equal to 0.375 times DO. Find out the internal diameter also, and you have to select the maximum diameter for the further calculation. Yes. Do the calculations immediately and tell me the answer in the chat box. DO is equal to 156 point something and DI is equal to 58.74. At the end, after the comparison, you have to write down this particular line. The suitable value of diameter is always maximum value obtained. In the previous 2-3 problems, like that condition will not be there because only shear stress is given in the statement, and by using that particular shear stress only, we have calculated that diameter. So that value will be the final. But here, you got the diameter 2 times by using the shear stress also, by using the angle of twist also. And from that, we have to select the maximum one. Okay. I hope everyone has calculated. Here the calculation part is very important. Please keep in mind. Steps are becomes lengthy, but it is very simple. Take the unknown parameters at one side, remaining all the values at another side. Then you will get the simplified value. And then by making the square root 2 times, or by making the raised to 1 by 4 or raised to 1 by 3. By using the shear stress, you will get the DO in the form of cube, DO cube. And by using the angle of twist, you will get the DO in the form of raised to 4. Those who have completed, take this particular problem for your solution. Those who have completed, please take this particular problem for your solution and now solve this problem as your own. Just now we have finished the similar type of problem by using the shear stress and by using the angle of twist. So the same problem I have given just for your solution. Now try to solve this particular problem in your notebook and now please tell me the answers directly. I will check the answers along with you, but the answers with me. So it is a statement, a hollow shaft of diameter ratio 3/8, again the same diameter ratio is given, is required to transmit 588 kilowatt power at 110 RPM. 110 RPM, please keep in mind, this is not 770. Power is 588 kilowatt, RPM is 110 RPM. The maximum torque is 20% greater than mean torque. That means Tmax is equal to 1.2 times Tmin. Again same. The shear stress not to exceed 60 Newton per mm square. And the twist in a length of 3 meter. The length of shaft is given 3 meter, convert in mm 3000 mm. And the twisting not to exceed 1.4 degree. It is given in degree. So multiply by pi by 180. You will get the answer in the form of radian. 1.4 into pi by 180. You will get the theta in radian. Calculate internal and external diameter of shaft will satisfy above the condition. Take G is equal to 84 giganewton per meter square. Means 84 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. So this will be the value of G. And we have to calculate the external diameter. We have to calculate the internal diameter. Now start solution in your notebook and tell me the answers. First of all, calculate the value of T mean. Calculate the value of T max. Immediately represent your answer in the chat box. Calculate the value of T mean, T max. Then by using the shear stress, find out the diameters, DO and DI. Same procedure. P is equal to 2 pi and T upon 60. You will get the T mean. Then T max by multiplying 1 by 2 because the multiplying factor is 20% greater. Means T max is equal to 120 divided by 100 into T mean. 120 upon 100 means you will get the factor as a 1.2. Do the calculations immediately and tell me the answers. So DI upon DO is equal to 3 by 8. Means again DI is equal to 0.375 into DO. P is equal to 588 kilowatt is equal to 588 into 10 raised to 3 watt. N is given 110 RPM. Okay. Then T max is equal to 1.2 into T mean. Tau is given how much? 16 Newton per mm square. Length of shaft 3000 mm. Theta is equal to 1.4 into pi by 180. Convert in radian. In radian, what is the answer?
0.024.
Yes. 0.024. Again 4 is double.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Take all the digits. If you convert the theta in radian, take all the digits of radian. 0.0244 radian. The modulus of rigidity already given in giganewton per meter square. Only multiply by 10 raised to 3 and convert in Newton per mm square. Just tell me the value of T mean and T max. I will not go for the detailed calculation. Now it's your responsibility to solve this particular problem. Tell me the value of T mean.
T
And
mean
tell me the
equal
value.
to 51.04 into 10 raised to 6 Newton
Yes,
per
T mean
mm.
is equal to
51.04 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm.
yes 51.04 into 10 raised to 3. Initially, we will get in Newton meter. 51.0 into 10 raised to 3 Newton meter is equal to 51.04 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. And Tmax is equal to
61.25 into 10 raised to 6.
into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. Please check your answers. 61.24. Yes, everyone has represented in the chat box. 51.04 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. This is the T mean value, but T mean is equal to not equal to T max. So T max is equal to 1.2 into T mean. You will get the T max as a 61.25 into 10 raised to 6. Now the T max is available. Based on the shear stress, take the first formula. So this is the condition number 1. T max upon J is equal to tau upon Rho. Condition number 1. And second, T max upon J is equal to G theta by L. Now do the calculations first. Tell me the DO by using the shear stress, DI by using the shear stress. Similarly, DO based on the angle of twist and DI based on the angle of twist. Same procedure you have to follow, whatever we have followed for the previous example. The relation between DI and DO, it is given. That is DI upon DO is equal to 3/8. Diameter ratio is given. And again, you will get the DI is equal to 0.375 into DO. So put that particular value in the J, polar moment of inertia, pi by 32 DO raised to 4 minus DI raised to 4. Rho means external diameter divided by 2. J is given, tau is given. Do the calculations properly and tell me the answers. For first condition, plus tell me, based on the shear stress, what will be the external diameter and what will be the internal diameter. Yes, external diameter by using the shear stress.
174.39 mm.
Yes, correct. 174.39 mm. Based on the shear stress, 174.39 mm. This is the external diameter by using the shear stress. That internal diameter
65.39 mm.
65.39 mm. Others, please do the calculation here. 255.40. This is not correct. Please check. Jipti, please check your answer. Do the calculations properly. Here the calculation part is very important. By using the shear stress, external diameter is equal to 174.39 and internal diameter 65.39. Yes, 174.38 or 39, it will be accepted. And 65 point something. Not 17.43, 174.3. 174.38 or 174.39 mm. This is the external. And internal 65.39. This is based on the shear stresses. And then use the second formula. T max upon G is equal to G theta by L. The value of G is given. Theta is converted in radian. Take the radian value only. Length is converted from meter to mm. Those who have finished the first calculation, they'll move to the second type. And tell me the answer for the second condition based on the angle of twist. Yes, based on the shear stresses 174.38 and 65.39. This is based on the shear stresses. Now for the second condition, based on the angle of twist, what will be the answers?
सर जी ची व्हॅल्यू काय आहे?
सर जी ची व्हॅल्यू काय आहे?
सर
Yes.
व्हॉट इज द व्हॅल्यू जी?
Value of G, I will write here. Value of G is equal to 84 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. The length 3000 mm. And the theta already we have converted from degree to radian. 0.0244.
Sir, DO
Yes.
174.70.
How much?
174.70.
Yes. Based on the angle of twist 174.70 mm. This is the external diameter. Internal 65. Yes.
50.
50.
65.51.
65.50, 65.51, no problem. Both answers are accepted. But if you compare both the answers, it should be near to each other. There is no maximum difference. Maybe here it is 174 and another answer is 170 only. Here internal diameter is 65. Another diameter is 62 point something, 63 point something only. There is a changes in the digits. Here also 174, here also 174. But if you take the digits here, 174.39 and here 174.70. Here internal diameter 65.39. Here in case of angle of twist, the internal diameter is 65.50. There is no maximum difference between both the diameters, but the value should be different. So this will be the answers. So again here, the suitable value of the diameter will be always maximum values obtained. So again, if I will compare both the diameters to each other by using both the conditions, it has been observed that the diameters calculated by using the angle of twist, the diameters calculated by using the angle of twists are maximum. Therefore, the shaft will be designed by using the diameters. DO is equal to 174.70 and DI is equal to 65.50 mm. So write down the last statement. The suitable value of the diameter is always maximum values obtained. The suitable value of diameter is always maximum value obtained. Please check your answers. Others, please do the calculation separately and find out the diameters based on the angle of twist. Yes, have you got the answers? Others, please do the calculations. Only few students are representing the answer in the chat box. Here the calculation part is very important. Yes, 174.69, that answer is also accepted. 174.69, 65.71, no problem. But at the end, write down the one sentence. The suitable value of diameter is always maximum values obtained. And once again, write down the maximum values of the diameter. DO is equal to 174.70 and DI is equal to 65.50 mm. These two diameters we have to consider for designing the shaft. Yes, I hope everyone has done the calculation. Anybody is having any problem to understand this particular concept, how to identify the statement, it is very important. If the shear stress is given in the statement, solve that particular problem based on the shear stress only. If theta, then modulus of rigidity, length, if it is given in the statement, we have to solve the same problem by using the angle of twist also. In addition to that, the relation between the maximum torque and the mean torque, it will be given in the form of 20 degree, 20%, 30%, 25%. So you have to write down that particular multiplying factor, that is Tmax is equal to 1.2 times T mean, or Tmax is equal to 1.3 times T mean, or Tmax is equal to 1.25 times T mean. If the percentage is given, sometimes direct value is given. Assume that Tmax is equal to 1.3 times mean torque. Direct statement is given. If such types of the statements are not given, you can say that capital T is equal to Tmax is equal to T mean. Whatever the torque you have calculated from the power formula, same torque we have to use for the torsion formula during the diameter calculation. Therefore, it is also necessary to read the statement carefully. If the relations are not mentioned, the calculation becomes very simple. If the relations are mentioned, you have to calculate the torque 2 times. One is the mean torque. Convert that mean torque from Newton meter to Newton mm. If you forget to convert that Newton to mm, all the answers will be wrong. Therefore, in the power formula, torque should be in Newton meter, convert in Newton mm. Again, if the relation is given, calculate T max. If the relation is not given, take that particular T as it is for the further calculation. And then further processes are same. Use the torsion formula based on the shear stress and torsion formula based on the angle of twist. Calculate the diameters, compare the diameters, and take the maximum value of the diameter for the designing of the shaft. So there is no any other variety in this particular type number 2. I hope everyone has understood and everyone has done the calculation in your notebook. Here the calculation part is very, very important. So please do the calculations properly. Yes, anybody is having any problem, that part is not understood? Have understood any problem? Yes, have understood this particular concept? Anybody is having any problem, please ask me. Yes, no problem. Can we move to the next part?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So one more sample problem is there. So it is similar to this only, but one small unknown parameter they have asked. Yes. So this is also one problem. Please read the statement carefully. We can calculate the diameter very easily, no problem. But one more parameter they have asked. So I will read the statement. A hollow shaft of circular in section have inside diameter 1/2 of outside diameter. Hollow shaft is given. Its inside diameter means di is equal to 1/2 into outside diameter as a do. That is di is equal to 0.5 times do. 1/2 means 0.5. It is to be designed to transmit the 30 kilowatt at a speed of 480 RPM. The shaft has designed to transmit the power of 30 kilowatt and at how much amount of speed? 480 RPM, and the shear stress not to exceed 85 Newton per mm square. Shear stress not to exceed 85 Newton per mm square. Calculate number 1, external diameter of hollow shaft. Calculate external diameter only. They have not asked the internal. They have to calculate only external diameter. And second, calculate angle of twist in degree. Angle of twist in degree between two sections 2 meter apart. Calculate the angle of twist means theta we have to calculate, and for that particular theta the length is given at the here. Degree in between two section 2 meter. The length is given 2 meter, and the take the modulus of rigidity. Capital G is equal to 85 gigapascal. Modulus of rigidity 85 gigapascal. But from this particular statement you can see that the relation between maximum torque and mean torque is not mentioned. Means whatever the torque you have calculated from the power formula, same torque we have to consider in the torsion formula during diameter calculation. Now start your calculation and tell me the external diameter. Immediately start your calculation and tell me the external diameter. Use the power formula, find out the torque and tell me the value of torque. Use the power formula. And tell me the mean torque. Mean torque means your capital T only. If you want to mention the T mean, you can mention the T mean. But at the end, you can write capital T is equal to T max is equal to T min is equal to your final answer. What will be the value of mean torque? The diameter ratio is given. Di upon Do is equal to 1/2, means Di is equal to 0.5 times Do. Power is given 30 kilowatt. Speed is given 480 RPM. Only shear stress is mentioned in the statement, 85 Newton per mm square. That means we have to calculate the diameter by using the shear stress only. They have given the length also, they have given the G also, but theta is not mentioned. Theta we have to calculate. Means diameter we have to calculate by using the shear stress only. What will be the value of T mean torque? Based on the shear stress only, we have to calculate the external diameter. Yes, what will be the mean torque?
596.83.
Yes, 596.83. This is Newton meter only. This is Newton meter only. So here you got the mean torque. Mean torque is equal to 596.83 Newton meter. Therefore, T mean is equal to 596.83 into 10 raised to 3 Newton mm. This is the mean torque. But there is no relation between T max and T min. Therefore, capital T is equal to T min is equal to T max is equal to 596.83 Newton mm into 10 raised to 3. 596.83 into 10 raised to 3 Newton mm. This will be the torque which we have to use for your further calculation. Please do the calculation. बघा इथं आन्सर येताना कशामध्ये आलेले 596.83 into 10 raised to 3. In the previous all the problems you got the answer in the form of 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. But here the power is very less. Therefore, you got that particular torque also in very less quantity. In Newton meter you got 596.83, and to convert in Newton meter to Newton mm, multiply by 10 raised to 3. But the relation between maximum torque and mean torque, it is not mentioned. Therefore, capital T is equal to T min is equal to T max. Only shear stress is mentioned. Therefore, capital T upon J is equal to tau upon RO, because hollow shaft is given. T upon J is equal to tau upon RO. If the hollow shaft is there, therefore we have to take the RO. If the solid shaft is there, we can write only capital R. Now put the value of T, put the value of J, pi by 32, DO raised to 4 minus DI raised to 4. Shear stress is also given. How much? 85. RO means DO divided by 2. And tell me the external diameter. And also possible to find out the internal diameter also. Tell me the external diameter DO is equal to. (596.83 into 10 raised to 3 Newton mm). This is the correct torque. Same torque we have to use for the diameter calculation. So use the formula based on the shear stress. T upon J is equal to tau upon R or RO. And tell me the diameter, external diameter only.
shear stress किती आहे सर?
Shear stress is equal to 85 Newton per mm square. shear stress is equal to 85 Newton per mm square. Again, the relation between di and do. Di is equal to 0.5 times do, because diameter ratio is equal to 1/2, and always consider diameter ratio as a di upon do only. So di upon do is equal to 1/2. Therefore, di is equal to 0.5 into do. So put that particular value in the J formula, pi by 32 do raised to 4 minus di raised to 4. You will get the only one unknown in the form of do. You will get the do cube and take the or make the rest 1 by 3 of the given answer. You will get the external diameter as a do.
$3.36
Yes.
$3.36
3.36 3.36 or 33 point something.
33.64.
Yes. 33.64 mm. This is the external diameter. How 3.33? Please check your answer. Maybe you have not multiplied by 10 raised to 3 or something. Calculation is wrong. 33.64 mm. And what will be the internal then?
16.82.
16.82 mm. They have asked only external diameter, so we have calculated external as a do. 33.64. Please check your answer. 33.75, 33 point something. It will be accepted. Calculation part is very important. Please check your answer. 33.64. This is your external diameter.
$33.66.
Yes, 33.66. No problem. Yes, 33.67, 33.66. All the answers are accepted. Now we have to calculate the angle of twist. Theta we have to calculate. We have to calculate the theta also. And for the theta calculation, they have considered length is equal to 2 meter is equal to 2000 mm and G is equal to 85 gigapascal is equal to 85 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. So theta I have to calculate. Which formula I have to use? Please tell me. Which formula I have to use for the theta calculation? Yes, which formula I have to use for the theta calculation? Yes. T upon J is equal to G theta by L. Second torsion formula, T upon J is equal to G theta by L. So we are having the value of torque. We are having the value of J, pi by 32 do raised to 4 minus di raised to 4. Do, just now we have calculated how much? 33.64. By using do, we can calculate the di also. And G is given, length is given. So put the value. T is equal to 596.83 into 10 raised to 3 divided by pi by 32 into do raised to 4 minus di raised to 4 is equal to G 85 into 10 raised to 3 into theta divided by length 2000. Therefore 596.83 into 10 raised to 3 divided by pi by 32 do. Just now we have calculated. If I will consider 33.64 raised to 4 minus di, how much? 16.82 raised to 4. Okay, this 85 is present at the numerator, so I will take to the left side. Therefore 85 into 10 raised to 3. Only theta I will take to the right side. This 2000 is present at the denominator. If I will take to the left side, it becomes multiply at the numerator. You will get the theta is equal to, what will be the theta in radian? Because we have considered the torque in Newton mm. We have considered all the diameters in mm. We have considered the g in Newton per mm square. We have considered the length in mm. So initially you will get the value of theta in radian only. So what will be the theta value? In the previous problem, we have used this particular formula for the diameter calculation. T upon J is equal to G theta by L. But here in this particular statement, the theta is not mentioned. So here we have not used this particular formula for the diameter calculation. But by using the same formula, I can calculate the theta. That is T upon J is equal to G theta by L. Only theta is unknown. So we can calculate the theta in radian. So do the calculations. Because external diameter just now we have calculated
0.119.
internal. Yes.
0.119 radian.
0.1188. I think this answer.
0.119.
119 or 188. I can consider 0.1188 or 119. It is also accepted. No problem. So whatever the answer you got, 0.118 into, to convert from degree to radian, we have multiplied by pi by 180. Now if I have to convert radian to degree, so I have to multiply by 180 by pi, exactly opposite. So we will get the theta in degree. Radian to, sorry, degree to radian multiply by pi by 180, and radian to degree multiply by 180 by pi. So what is your angle in degree?
6.8.
6.80 degree.
6.81.
Yes, 6.81 or 6.80. No problem. So this is the problem. So the first part of the problem is same. The shear stress is given, and by using that particular shear stress only, they have asked to find out the external diameter. By using that external also, we have calculated internal diameter also. But whatever the remaining parameter they have asked, find out the angle of twist. But to calculate that particular angle of twist, we are having the formula T upon J is equal to G theta by L. So this formula is based on the angle of twist for the diameter calculation. But here the theta is not mentioned, therefore need not required to calculate the diameter based on the angle of twist. So whatever the diameter we have calculated based on the shear stresses, that diameters we have to use in this particular formula for the theta calculation. So from this particular calculation, whatever theta you will get, it will be in radian only, because all the parameters in Newton per mm square, length is in mm, diameters are in mm, therefore you will get the theta in radian. And to convert that radian, we have to multiply by 180 by pi, exactly opposite. So if I will multiply by 180 by pi, you will get the theta, that is 6.80 degree. So this is also one small change in the statement. Otherwise, another problems are same. So this will be the last problem based on this particular type number 2 related to the diameter calculation. And this is the one sample problem we have discussed related to the theta calculation.